Did someone say fan wink? Cause I think I just heard someone say fan wink.
Fuck.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Weeaboots, the anime review podcast from Gigaboots. This is Dan,
Bob,
and Jay.
from Zeon.
Yes.
All three of us. Welcome to this episode.
We are the new Digidestined.
And we're going to Digi-evolve into a giant meteor group. How exciting.
How exciting. I bought my little Digi thing at Kmart.
Oh, your Digi blood sugar level test. We're reviewing Digimon Adventure Try. Today, it is 4 episodes as of this recording, which synced up pretty well with our policy of watching 4 episodes.
Yeah, so like none of us could have watched more episodes than we were supposed to and fuck up the podcast.
And none of us watched fewer. Kind of.
Except for when Dan fell asleep.
No, Dan just walked away in the middle of the episode, like the very end of 3.
Yeah.
That's okay, Jack. Shit happened in 3.
In 3. I was just doing stuff on the computer and turning around and watching. So I watched all 4 episodes. I just did not intensely watch 4. Because goddamn. In any case, hey guys, Digimon. Let's go over our track record. Bob, Digimon, what's the deal?
I watched it back in the day, like when the original Digimon Adventure was out. I never saw any Adventure 2. I had to see what that even looked like when I was looking up info for this.
Okay.
Okay.
Jay?
Okay, for me, Digimon, I saw the English dub that was butchered and all that jazz. I've seen Digimon seasons 1 and 2, and I've seen bits and pieces of some of the later seasons. None of season 3, though.
I guess I did see some 3, but I never saw 2. That's weird.
I know Aggro fucking loves season 3 because that was his first Digimon.
Right. It definitely took a lot to get used to because they completely changed the universe.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like Digimon, like past season 2, it's just like here's a new continuity, here's a new continuity, here's a new continuity. Damn.
My track record with Digimon, I saw maybe 4 episodes of the original series in passing on TV when I was a kid.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And then I got a birthday cake because my mom was like, you watched that show? And I'm like, bitch, I saw like 4 episodes ever. Wow. It was a weird birthday.
Wow. What the hell did I sign you up for?
So, that sure is the guy on my cake in this anime.
Are you sure? Because he looks nothing like him except
they
for like
showed the guy on my cake for like a very short bit. At one point, in episode 1, maybe 2.
I think that might have been 3 when they did the flashback for like half a second.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
yeah. No. It was episode 4 where they show like Matt. I think it was like Matt and Ty like sitting side by side, or maybe they were holding hands in a very gay fashion.
Or intertwining tongues. I don't.
Yeah.
At least Ty has the same huge hair.
Well,
that's recognizable at all.
Bob, no one should give a fuck who made this. But Bob, who the fuck made this?
Who are we talking? Animation?
Everything.
Okay,
everything.
Sure.
Break it down.
The director is Keitaro Motonaga, and he's directed Ah My Buddha, Date Alive, and Get Backers.
God damn it!
I'll never escape you.
Bob!
He did not direct any Digimon before this, which should be noted.
Huh.
In the original creators, Akiyoshi Hongo did the character design, script for the original Digimon series, did not seem to have direct involvement with this.
At all. I can't find anything about him working on it.
It's
immediately obvious there's none of his character design.
And this apparently is done by the illustrious animation production studio Toei Animation.
This is really them going out and showing you what Toei's all about. They hit every Toei note in every episode. You got bad CG, outright not animating things, people standing frozen in time.
Hey, sometimes they slide things around the screen.
Okay.
For still backgrounds.
I will say right now, I'll defend the CGI in terms of it's a lot better than Resurrection F ever was.
That is not a standard to judge anything by.
It's a standard to judge Toei by.
Oh, that's fair. Okay. Real quick note, since I mentioned it there and I don't want to bring it up again in a moment. Motherfucking, there was that part in episode 1 where a chick is grabbing her bike and she's just on screen, frozen in that one frame for like 15 seconds straight. She's like the largest thing on screen too.
She's just the entire quarter of the frame.
And you're just staring at her like, are you okay? While we were watching, I'm like, oh God, help me.
Yeah. Yeah, the
it's
animation is... Okay, I guess we should explain what the fuck this actually is.
So Digimon, they're digital monsters. Digimon are the champions.
They're also the ultimate.
Yes.
They're also digital monsters. I don't know if you covered that yet.
Okay, well, we definitely covered it now.
Are they champions? I'm not sure.
They are the champions.
Also, I think this series really dropped the bomb by not having the English theme song in it.
I love that I fucking saw 4 episodes and still just remember that shit. Oh God, they did their job right.
Yeah, they did.
Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to the shitty English butchered dub of this. So
I doubt we'll even get it.
Yeah, this doesn't. Well,
we got Fusion. I mean, which was a renamed version of Cross War. So I mean, like, we're still getting Digimon,
right? But this has some weird tone where it doesn't feel like it even wants to be a kids show anymore.
The tonal shift is really huge here. But let's go over the main characters. There are a bunch of Digidestins.
Yeah,
Digivolving Digidestins.
I forgot Digidestin was a word. When was that? Is that like episode 1? They're like, hey, bitch.
Yeah.
You're a Digidestin.
I mean, even
and he's like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, apparently they even have like in English, they have like a website so they can communicate with all the Digidestin about around the world.
Word. I honestly don't want to go over the characters here, but here I'll do a quick breakdown. You got Taichi in the US dub Tai. Main character, huge hair. Yamato, which is Matt. He's a guitar player, and he's Tai's rival.
Yeah.
Sora is a blonde girl, possible love interest of the two.
That's what it looked like. It's yellow. That usually means blonde.
But I say no. Like her hair's like a brownish, like a light brown, dude.
Whatever.
What the hell's wrong with your TV? Besides your computer monitor.
Everything.
Look.
All right.
I should show you our videos
anyhow,
on this shit.
like Sora, friggin'
It's
possible
dumb
love
broad.
interest.
I think she was brown haired on the screen. I think
she was brown. She looked very Hindu to me.
Oh yeah, she was definitely fucking Ganguro as fuck.
That's what I saw.
Koshiro. Izzy? He's a
yeah.
hacker.
Yes, he is the tech
Now,
guy.
real quick, guys. I'm going to take a break here. I didn't recognize Izzy. Am I alone?
Okay.
It took me quite a while.
I didn't recognize Joe for me. I was like, who the fuck are you? Oh, Joe, thank God you're here. Who the That's not Joe.
Okay, I didn't recognize really Joe either, but...
it took me so long to figure out, that's who these people are. It was like halfway through episode 2 where I finally started clicking.
Let's be frank. If your new character designs for these characters and this whole style shift is so large that a guy who has a memory of a birthday cake burned into his brain for the rest of his life can't recognize them, you fucked up!
I mean, everyone, they used to have costumes and things that made them look interesting. Now they all wear the most generic.
They all look like backdrop characters from slice of life animes.
Yes.
Oh man.
I posted on my Twitter in the middle, 2 episodes into this movie, quote, 2 episodes into this, I was just like, who the hell disguised my new Digimon series as a boring high school anime?
Disguised or made. In any case, Mimi is the American chick.
She was like a cowgirl in the original.
Yes, she was.
I can't recognize her.
She was cranked to 11. She was the American. That's how I recognized her. That was it.
Yeah.
That was...
she was. Okay, she's not actually American, but whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah. She.
I'm throwing up quotation marks.
Yeah. Dance air quotes.
Air quotes.
And then we have Joe. He studies a lot.
And TK. I didn't even recognize TK.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, right.
Now that was one to get.
I absolutely did not recognize. I even got mad. TK just.
Okay.
And then we have. Are they gay? I don't get this.
Gay lovers or brothers or both.
Kari is Tai's younger sister, who's also Kari in the English dub.
And then we have a new Digidestin, Meiko Mochizuki.
Thank God for Mako.
Mako is only introduced as a major character in the fourth or third?
Fourth episode.
Okay, yeah.
She's just like, oh, I'm trying to get in this classroom, but the long classroom.
But I'm blushing. And then she runs off, and I'm like, this person better not enter this anime, or I'm gonna beat her to death with a hammer.
Then the anime couldn't get any worse. I don't know what you're expecting, what she's gonna do to it.
She's gonna make it pause. She will make the video have 10 minutes of one frame.
Okay, I was like, it does just pause for whole episodes.
Yeah. So,
4 in a row.
And the last one, Daigo Nishijima. Was he involved in any of the older stuff? He's the teacher.
No, he's a new character.
Okay, I was like, I don't recognize him, but I didn't watch all the Digimon. They didn't put season 3 on the cake.
Season 3 is an alternate continuity.
But still, you know that this was weird enough where they could have been like, well, we're pulling in things from different continuities because we're idiots.
Yeah. So...
what's the deal with this in the movie thing? Because it's 4 episodes. Okay. It's clearly paced like a motherfucker that expects you to watch it in one fucking sitting.
Okay, this series movie thing is so fucking weird. Okay, originally it was announced, we're getting a new Digimon series. They announced it as a fucking series. Then months later, they're like, oh, by the way, it's getting pushed back from spring to like winter. And it's going to be a movie. It's going to be a series of 6 movies. And we're like... And people were like, oh, awesome, it'll have like a lot of budget and stuff. No. And like these movies are this weird thing where it's like, yeah, it's split up in 22-minute episodes, like normal TV length episodes. So it's 6 80-minute episodes that are, sorry, 6
mini movies that are 4 episodes of 22 minutes each. Because it's like 24 episodes.
Yeah.
But we only have 1. And the next one's coming when?
Oh my god, like fucking March or April or some shit.
Okay, so we're just gonna brutally summarize real quick what all happens in this whole fucking hour and a half of my goddamn life.
Bitch, we all had to go through this. I actually like Digimon.
Hey.
Hold up.
I like that theme song.
I had a birthday cake. Where the fuck was your birthday cake?
Where the fuck was your birthday cake? It wasn't at my house. But, in any case, fucking, in this, the first episode and a little bit of the second one, really, mostly the first, just catches up with what are these characters doing now that they're designed like shit and slice of life assholes. And it's like, this guy's in a band. That guy is an asshole. This guy is a guy who spends all his time on the computer. She's the love interest of 2 people.
Yeah.
The American chick isn't even here. Like, that's how much
so much has happened.
Yeah. And it just keeps going, and you have these terrible designs with them, and it's so slow. The pacing is terrible. None of the dialogue is gripping. There's, like, as someone who doesn't deeply memorize or remember the characters themselves, there is even less here, because you're like... Yeah. I'm just watching assholes talk about, like, oh yeah, that person's doing this now. Yeah, none of us have time for each other.
Yeah,
they keep showing like these photos of old times like trying not to show the Digimon in it. It's like, we know it's a Digimon movie.
Yeah, what for the first whole episode, does a Digimon other than the threat show up?
No, Quagumon's all we see.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Also, thank God that the Digimon's names are the same in Japanese as they are in the English dub, because this shit would start getting really, really goddamn confusing after a while.
Except for Angemon, they put an L there because it's clearly Angel, you idiots.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was Angelmon in English. And, like, in Japanese, it popped up at the bottom, Angemon.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is Angemon.
Is it in English? Yeah. Oh, okay. I always heard motherfuckers pronounce it Angelmon.
The only one that in this movie that was changed for the English dub was it was Omegamon, which was Omnimon in the movie.
Right. I've heard reference to that too many times for my own preference.
Yeah.
Of like, yeah, in the US dub of Digimon, and I'm already like sweating and like, I need to get out of this room. But in any case, yeah, so that's the majority of the series. Then things actually happen because a Digimon breaks through from
The digital world. That's all.
They aren't more specific.
I don't think so. I think it's just It
God,
was just
an hour and a half, and we don't even get like some real specifics.
Yeah, like 4 fucking episodes, a single fucking movie, and we pretty much get very little details on what's going on. Shit's going down in the digital world. Apparently, there are like portals that are open up. We get like fucked up, infected Digimon that are like really violent, even though Kuwagamon was totally violent in the original series.
Right, so this seems weird and unnecessary.
Yeah, so like I don't even know, like oh man, Kuwagamon's really violent. I wonder what the fuck happened to him. Maybe because he's a fucking violent.
Maybe he's
monster.
been drinking. That guy's an asshole. Like,
starts beating his Kuwagamon wife.
Right, like fucking who needs an explanation? That thing's fucking violent. Yeah, and that's the whole thing. The whole thing is just really slow pacing. You finally get an actual battle. Episode 3, I think it is, when the battle starts. Fucking, what was that, 5 Digivolutions in a row you had to endure?
That
was episode 2.
That was episode 2.
Fucking A!
Yeah,
that was, like, no Digimon, no action, no nothing. Just a bunch of running, and then, okay, we get, what is Tai's called?
Agumon.
Agumon.
Yeah.
Yeah, Agumon, you get a fight there. And then by the end of episode 2, you get something, or the beginning of episode 3. I think it was right on that line. And then you have to fucking watch 5 Digi-Evolution animations in a row. They aren't impressive.
Yeah,
they don't look great.
They're awful looking.
They're worse
3D.
than they looked in the original Digimon.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
That's crazy to think about, but that's so true.
Nuts.
Jesus.
Yeah. Like, what was it? Like, they had this fucking, like,
And it's like, we're not talking in like sped up contemporary anime sense of a transformation sequence. We're talking pretty much Sailor Moon tier of the sphere forms, and then it has hex grid, and then that hex grid explodes, and then this thing, and then that, and the shot, and then it's CG, but then none of them are CG in... So, like, that's backwards, because you would think they would use the cheaper animation on the thing they're going to use once, not the thing they're going to use 12 billion times, or 5 times in a row, you fucks.
Yeah.
God, fuck, shit. That was just the worst. The pacing for this series was already rock bottom, and then you just have to fucking watch 5 goddamn Digimon Digivolve, and you're supposed to be getting this fucking fan wank boner. I'm just watching it like, please stop, skip any of these. And then it skipped, what, 1?
Yeah, one didn't Digivolve.
Oh, right, that's how it skipped it.
Yeah,
okay.
There was just no Digi-Evolution there.
I guess context for that, I don't know if you guys remember, Gatomon, the one that didn't Digivolve.
The cat?
The cat. Yeah.
Needed the owner, right?
Yeah, she's already in her champion form. Her champion form is pretty much her default form, which is, the champion form is what everyone else Digivolves into. Because her champion form is so small, she gets to, like, hang out in it all the damn time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But yeah,
so they actually had every single one that could Digivolve.
Yeah. I was waiting for like them to fuck up and be like, yo, Gatomon, Digivolve 2, Angel Woman, and it's like, nope. It's just like, okay, at least you guys didn't fuck that up.
Which is incredible, because you think if you spend enough time watching the original Digimon to fucking get how that works, you think you would know how to at all continue that, like, even vaguely have that same tone of adventure or like anything that the original Digimon was about, instead of sad assholes who are shitlords in high school.
Yeah. Oh my god. As a guy who like really enjoyed
There's a sad asshole who hangs out at high schools. What?
Let's ignore the bear traps, I leave. And go back to the series.
Yeah.
Okay, so like as a person who enjoys like, you know, Digimon. Like, I've seen season 1 and 2. I really love season 1 and 2, and the fact that they were going back to it, I was really stoked. Then I saw the character designs. Oh, they don't look like Digimon, Digidestin anymore. They look very not interesting. They look like this looks like a generic high school anime. Okay, fair enough. All right, well, Digimon look like Digimon, so that's cool. Like, nothing totally about this fucking series or movie fucking feels like goddamn Digimon.
You know what it feels like? You know what it seriously feels like?
A boring ass high school anime?
It feels like if you took every plot element out of Terror in Residence. Sad assholes sit around and do nothing.
Yeah,
you want to blow up a building? Nah.
They have this weird, like, Tai is supposed to be having some emotional breakdown over the devastation that these Digimon are causing.
When they didn't really have a fight at that point where they had caused much of that.
Yeah.
It was, in fact, only the enemy up until that point. And then in the fight where they're eventually gonna cause that destruction, that's when he starts having that moral crisis before they even do it.
Yeah.
That's not how that works.
And no one's hurt.
Yeah.
Which is another thing. Fucking, there's devastation to the city. There's an overwalk pass, you know, one of those like built structures that goes over a road so you can walk over it. It's collapsed onto the road and like things are fucked up. And in episode 1, this happens. It cuts to, or maybe it's the beginning of 2. It cuts to shots of the destruction in a way where it is literally framed as though there should be bodies or something.
Yeah.
And there's nothing there.
Yeah. I don't get what they were going for. It's like, oh man, like it's trying to show like the real world, like if Digimon actually fought in the cities. And I'm like, okay, nobody got hurt whatsoever. Oh man, you had a still frame of a broken cell phone. Thank you for that.
And they did that, like, it happens, and then they flash back to it.
Same for the city. Like 20 times.
Yeah.
Tai just won't stop flashing back.
Tai,
quit living in the past, man. Like, let's look to the future.
Does Tai, he lives in the Digimon anime. I don't know that he wants to live in the here and now because it's this. But yeah, fucking, he just comes off as having Asperger's in this one. Just because of that. Like, keeps flashing back to, oh man, that building was really destroyed. My cell phone, that's like weirdly outdated. And you can't figure out when this anime is supposed to happen because all the TVs are really flat panels and...
Okay, let me just say,
it's just like, when are you?
I will say one thing with, like, one of my favorite parts is when Matt is just like, get your shit together. Nobody fucking, like, you didn't fucking cause this damage. More fucking people would have, like, gotten hurt and gotten killed if we didn't fight.
I didn't even like that part because it was such a forced fucking arc that didn't fit well, didn't chronologically make sense because, as I said, like, they didn't do anything yet that caused destruction.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, like all they have been doing is like, you know, keeping destruction from happening.
Yeah, and it's so fucking stupid. Like, what a forced fucking dark, serious arc. And like those shots being framed the way they were, I honestly wonder if this was like at some point there were like actual severe consequences there of hurt people or dead people, and they just went, that's really dark for a Digimon anime, take that out. And it's like, that's the only thing we had.
We didn't have any ideas for this, man.
Like
we were just going like dark, real life Digimon, you guys.
Like,
well, that explains the vapidity of this.
Like Tai even says, which I think we've very much established, we're using all of the English dub names because we're plebeians.
Whatever. Tai search for Taichi. It's right there. Look,
we're saving ourselves syllables at a time. Anyways.
Yeah, though, like, freaking, that whole thing with Tai, it's just, like, he even has a line, it's like, you know, next time people could get killed, it's like, please fucking show somebody getting hurt so I can give a flying fuck about your goddamn moral hang-up.
It's like he's staring at a person in a fucking food court eating a sandwich, and he's like, next time he could eat mine, and it's like... No, there's no point of reference for this. You don't know that. You don't even know that guy. You clearly just have Asperger's or something, dude. Calm down.
Next time, I should just let the Kawagamon completely fuck all of Oneida.
Right? I should just give him my sandwich now. Save myself the heartbreak. The guy's just like, who the fuck are you and what's with the sandwich? I'm not gonna eat this.
Yeah,
But what's up, Bob?
Can we talk about how Kawagamon kept changing sizes all through episode 1? They couldn't figure out what scale he was.
I was laughing my ass off because...
I mean episode 2, because like
episode one was
episode
already a mess.
Episode 1 ends with nothing really having happened. Episode 2 is when Kawagamon starts attacking. That's why I'm pretty sure the airport thing's in 3. Like the battle in the airport's at the beginning of 3, I think.
But
yeah, in any case... Fucking, Kawagamon in the battle in the beginning of the series, as of the second episode, fucking, his size is so changing in between frames. When you combine it with the really bad animation, Bob and I were just laughing at that point. By episode 4, it's old hat. You know, you're not laughing anymore, you're crying because you're like, over an hour of my life has gone into this. I could play Destiny, I could play WoW. If I want to throw my life away, I have better ways, anime. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I could buy liquor. fuck, man?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah. And it's like so toey.
Right? It's like
there was
on screen to the right.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So there's that battle, and they're in the very city area, very developed, and Ty's running away. He just takes off in a direction that's clearly way more buildings and stuff, and he turns right.
Oh my god.
He runs off frame to the right. It cuts to him now being chased by Kawagamon in a field with nothing nearby. And I'm like, where the fuck what is this? And it goes that entire battle with Agumon all the way up until the end. And then they show one camera angle where it's like, they were right next to a building. It was just only in that one direction. Because apparently every other direction is fucking green meadows forever in the middle of fucking developed ass Japan. And I'm just like, Toei, stop your dark magic.
Yeah,
storyboard anything.
Okay, first
we can wing it for the first 3 episodes.
I'm gonna say right now, I fucking hate the redesigns, the character designs.
Yeah, no, like they're plebeian as fuck. They were clearly just trying to go for a slice of life thing because they have that style where they're all kind of skinny, they're all kind of slick-ish.
Yeah,
not quite slick.
Yeah,
slick-esque. It's like they were going for that demo, but there's this weird gap of like, this is a Digimon series based off of the original franchise, which is old enough where the people watching it would be about our age.
Yeah.
Right.
And yet they're doing slice of life high school anime, which doesn't make sense. Bob was like, I thought the time jump would be bigger. And I totally fucking agree there. I was like, yeah, I thought it would be like, oh man, fuck my girlfriend / wife / job. I gotta go save the world. But instead it's like, nah, all those things are fine. I'll just watch the world burn down.
Yeah, and freaking Joe is like, oh man, I gotta study. I don't have time to stop this thing from wrecking the city.
Yeah.
Wow,
he just fucking live streams it. He probably has another window up. There's some guy playing Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's how many shits Joe gives.
God, yeah, just I hate the look of the characters. Apparently, like, you know, apparently when those designs are fluidly animated, like that character designer, that animator, he's apparently like one of those guys. It's like, you know, like his designs are like really simple, but like when he has the budget to work with, they look good. Like because he can have bounce to the clothing and hair, and there's a lot of fluidity to his movements.
I mean, animated with good aesthetic environmental design, it could look nice.
But thing is though, no, like they'll put them in like one pose and have them in that one pose for an entire fucking conversation. They barely move these characters. Friggin' Ty is just poofy McHair guy, which he's always been. But it's just like now he has this.
But now it's not like definitive.
Yeah. He has like this really generically designed. Like I miss deep down in my core the old Digimon designs. I really do, and it's a weird thing.
Even I was like, man, that would be a vast improvement over this because any style at this point, you know, you can do a realistic anime that has a style like that. Now it has a style to the characters and things, even ignoring the supernatural stuff.
Yeah,
this really didn't strike nearly as strong, and it is not helped by the thing you were talking about. They just freeze them for a whole fucking there's this one conversation. They have like 4 fucking Digidestin, maybe 5 on screen, and the teacher. They say some words, and then one of them that wasn't on screen says something. They don't even show him. He's just off screen talking. You just hear whoever it was. I think it was Matt. Probably he's just like, and they don't even look at him.
Yeah, like because that would take budget to draw him in that scene,
or draw them turning. Like you just hear his voice, and it's like you're not on screen.
Yeah.
What the hell is with this?
Okay.
It is. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say something else that really bugs the fuck out of me. This is apparently such a season 1 or series 1 fan wank that they just completely wipe out the season 2 Digidestin with no context and never fucking bring it up at all.
Yeah. That combined with the fact, well, describe the scene you were talking about.
Okay, in the very
because Bob and I missed this because we didn't watch season 2.
Yeah. So you guys haven't seen season 2, but like in season 2, they rotate out Digidestin. That's why Kari and TK have upgraded Digivices from everyone else because they got new Digivices in the second season in Adventure 2, and okay, so. at the beginning of the series, or in the beginning of this movie, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like, you know, they have like the opening
This
scene.
mistake.
You know, past all the establishing shots and all that, like when Ty is waking up, it'll... Good job, Bob. Dropping shit, asshole.
You drop something, it better be fat beats, motherfucker.
But yeah, so the opening scene, we have Ty, you know, waking up, doing his Ty thing. But then every so often, they would hard cut to, like, during this sequence with no context, glowing red background, silhouette of a character dropping. So, like, the first character we see, and like I said, I'm using the English name because I don't know the Japanese ones, Davis, who was the main character of the last season, he falls, his Digivice falls in the frame after him. Yoli drops, her glasses are broken, she falls. It's like, you know, and they just do that. They do it for Ken, they do it for little tiny kid with the bowl cut, whose name I can't remember at the moment. Yeah, they do it for, like, all of the new Digidestin from last season. And it's like, okay, what the fuck happened to them? Why are they not here? What's going on? Why is no one bringing this up? And they're even in, like, their outfits from season 1.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, from season 2, whenever they get dropped. Like that. Like, you can see clearly in their silhouettes, Davis is wearing his weird coat with the fucking fur collar.
Yeah, it's clearly that style, which makes no sense with this thing. Yeah,
and it made no fucking sense, especially in the context of, like, you got TK and Kari running around, who are the exact same age as these characters, in their high school uniforms, and they're wearing outfits that are completely different from what they wore for. It's like, you know, oh, well, we need you to know that these are the characters from season 2. We're just gonna shuffle them off. It's like, you know, fuck you, dude. Like, a lot of people like season 2, 1. Like, you know, 2, it's just like, give us some fucking context for what you were showing.
Go ahead.
And fucking bring it up. Like, at no point in the dialogues throughout this entire movie, the fact that you guys didn't even pick up on that shows that they don't even fucking give it any lip service.
And then even on top of that, keep in mind, this is in the middle of some of the worst world establishing scenes I've seen in, like, video recently. Like, you could watch an indie film taking place in an actual U.S. city. You know, nothing special about the universe or whatever. And just the way they would shoot it to show the interesting parts of it off would be different. Like, anime, generally when it's introducing you to the world, does a better job of, like, hey, here's this thing going on over here, and this is how this character connects to the stuff, and this is his world, and he lives in it. In his world.
Darn it, Dan.
What? I can reference Sonic songs. You can't stop me. In any case, this is just, like, really shitty shots that are trying to do that, but don't really do it well. Like, eventually, they finally show one that has any connection to the main character, which is he's in a soccer team.
Yeah.
The rest of them are like, he's biking, but it doesn't show him biking past interesting-looking locations. He's doing these other things, but it doesn't connect to anything. And then that is the fucking case around the thing he just brought up. And right before that, the actual true beginning of this series is some weird fucking monologue about Demiurge and how it was born out of darkness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Demiurge is some...
Does that mean anything to you? Is the person who watched Digimon?
No.
Okay,
wow,
yeah, I kind of figured from the way it, like, didn't play into this. I'm like, I don't think Demiurge is a thing in Digimon. I think this is just, like, something for this series. And it's like Demiurge was born out of darkness and then made a false reality of its own, perfectly mimicking the real one. And then it does, like, the shittiest visual metaphor possible.
Yeah.
Like, it's an egg, and then it's a shadow egg.
Jay, did they kill off the Dark Emperor or whatever, the like villain Digidestin that joined them?
Okay, yeah, Ken was one of the ones that got dropped during that establishing scene.
Oh my god, really?
Which is weird because, like, I don't know what they were trying to establish or get across with that opening scene, because, like, are they wiping out all the, like, is someone intentionally wiping out all the most recent Digidestin? If that case, you know, why wasn't TK and Kari wiped out?
Yeah.
And then it's like, you know, well, are they only wiping out the, you know, new age Digidestin, like specifically the ones that were recently added to the team? In that case, why the hell was Ken wiped out? Because Ken was supposed to be one of the OG Digidestin. He even has, like, a crest and everything that establishes him as one of the OG Digidestin, it's just he was never part of their team. He got left behind. Like, he didn't get pulled into the portal and involved in their adventures.
So what we're basically saying here, in case you haven't picked it up, is...
This movie's shit!
Yeah, the production values are terrible. This has the worst sound design in an anime we've ever watched for Weeaboots. Like, the sound is just gone. For extended periods of time, there's no sound at all. There's no atmospheric sound. The music is terrible when it cuts in. It's just, its sound design is terrible. Its animation is total garbage.
Yeah,
the writing is fucking terrible. If you're a fan of Digimon, you're not fucking happy with it. If you're someone who's completely coming in new off the streets, you have no fucking attachment to anything.
Yeah.
You're just bored out of your goddamn mind, clawing at the door to get out of the room that's showing this fucking anime because its universe isn't interesting. It doesn't animate in an interesting way. There's nothing to attach to here.
Yeah.
This is definitely the worst thing we've watched.
Yeah, and that's my conclusion too. I kept thinking back on it. This is worse than Gourmet Girl Graffiti.
No, I can't say that.
You're fucking
crazy.
wrong.
I can't.
Things happened in that. Mostly nothing happened in this.
Mostly nothing happened in Gourmet Girl Graffiti.
I know that, but way more than this. This has redefined my scale for bored.
Yeah, I will say, definitely I was bored as fuck.
And you have any point of reference for these characters.
Yeah, like, the thing is, though, like, that's the thing, like
while you're sitting there thinking about why did they just kill those characters? What's going on with that? I'm like, what was that?
yeah, like you had no
Like
context.
I could tell by the style they were older Digimon characters, but I was just like, okay, I guess they died in an older series, and they're recapping that for us. Oh well, move on.
No, in fact, it's been established because at the end of season 2, they do like a 30 or 20-year time jump at the end of season 2, and show all these characters as adults. So like Davis and
so
Goalie,
this can't happen.
Yeah, so they can't be dead. First off, they can't be like because
when they do that time jump, do they look like Digimon characters?
Yeah, but they look like grown-ups.
I would like to see that.
They look
just to have a reference to how this could have looked if they fucking gave even a single shit about making this.
Their designs are meh, but honestly though, even though they're as old as they are, like the character designs have no character to them. The old designs had a lot of flair to them. Each one had like their own unique outfits. You know, and I mean, it was kind of stereotypical of cheap anime to just have like, here's your one outfit for this character. But
there's nothing design-wise about any of these fuckers.
It's just all these characters are running around in their fucking high school uniforms.
Yeah.
And we get one episode of them outside of them, and it's just, oh god, I hated this.
Remember in Gourmet Girl Graffiti where there was the Russian roulette sandwich?
Yeah.
That was a thing that happened. It both had a setup and a delivery.
True.
But
that is more than episode 1 in this.
Yeah.
And that was just a episode.
Yeah. Like the fact that like it's so oddly paced.
It's terribly paced. This was like the worst use of my time ever. I'm just like,
you could have done all the events in this in one 30-minute episode.
Yeah. That's the thing that fucking kills me.
You're totally right. You could have easily gotten through 1 through 3 in the first 8 minutes.
Yes. Because there's so much just... Why is it just holding on shots? What's going on?
Why are you flashing back to that thing that literally happened seconds ago?
Yeah, oh my god, so many times.
Yeah, it's like, somebody fucking do something.
Stop standing around and talking about how sad you are. Because it's not even remarkably sad. Yeah, it's not even empathizably sad. You're just like, we're all busy assholes.
Oh no, no one's gonna come to my soccer game.
Which ended up not mattering.
Yeah.
Nice delivery on that setup, you fucks.
Yeah, okay. And like, I fucking hate the presentation of some of these characters because they're just really boring versions of the Digidestin from the original series. They had a lot more personality, they had a lot more flair, they had a lot more energy to them. There's nothing here. It's just drab and fucking boring. The one that pisses me off the most, though, is goddamn Sora. Because Sora in, like, the original series, she was like the level-headed motherly type that like took care of everyone. And in this, like, her opening scene is, oh no, I need to like go to Matt's concert, but I also have to go to Ty's soccer game. How dare they put me on the spot like this?
I'm going to neither. Freaks out. I'm going to one of them.
Yeah, because I'm generic high school girl.
Wasn't that like the only good joke when they did the visual gag of the clock getting fucked up by the Digimon and it goes 777?
Oh, right.
Like numbers that could never display on a clock, and she's like, oh, lucky. Wait a second, that's not good.
Yeah.
Like that was the only joke that really hit at all. The rest
that was
of it,
the only joke, period, bitch.
I feel like they tried one other one where it was like Digimon saying things that were supposed to be funny or like be like,
Yeah.
Agumon said this. Meanwhile, I'm just watching like, fucking kill me.
God, and the fact that like, you know,
It's a good thing Pokemon never talked.
Yeah. I love Digimon, so I can't shit on them talking part.
I can. I can, in fact, hate newer Pokemon because it has Mega Evolutions, which reminds me of Digimon.
You monster.
I'm just saying, do you want Digimon to start evolving via stones? No, you don't. You don't want them to become Pokemon either. You want that distance, don't you?
They've already been Digivolved through Crest and Eggs. So why not?
Okay, fine. Digimon's already shit. I'm just saying that Pokemon didn't need to be too. That's all I'm saying.
I was
Man,
also thinking
you're
about
gonna
how,
get into like
I don't give a fuck. Digimon is blatantly knockoff Pokemon. It didn't time that way in the States, but that's what the fuck it is.
It is.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean I have to be okay with Pokemon 15 years later looking back and being like, oh, we should take that idea. It's really good.
The thing is, though,
especially when it mechanically comes into the games.
Yeah.
Like if it was a movie thing, I'd be like, well, that was fucking stupid. Good thing this movie's over. Mega Riolu? Fuck. Not even Mega Lucario, just Mega Riolu.
Yeah. Why not?
God damn it. Oh, you just reminded me of how
yellow.
much I hated the fucking Digivolving scenes. Because, like, each one... Hey,
they take forever. It's full Sailor Moon length, 5 in a row.
Yeah.
And then the one at the very end where it's just like, it hammers him out and it doesn't even make any sense as to what's going on.
Yeah, like every time, what was it? Every time they showed one of, like, you know, Gabumon in one of his different forms, like every time he showed him attack, each time he fucking attacked in the last fucking episode / the climax of this movie, he was in a different Digivolution.
Yeah.
Which was
like,
fucking
what the heck
jarring.
is going on? It's horribly directed. Like, I don't know any other way to put it.
Yeah, this, god damn it, for like this fucking return to form, like, we're bringing back the old Digimon, aren't you guys excited? Yeah, it is this fucking fan-wake nostalgia horseshit. It's a goddamn piece of shit. It is, I have never been this disappointed by it. Because this should have been just a big, dumb, fun anime. And it wasn't.
Well, like, see, there you go, Jay.
It was boring and drab.
You had expectations.
It had no soul.
Even more so than Bob and me, which is why you should agree it's worse than Gourmet Girls Graffiti.
Well, no, see...
You're like, wait, no. You had to gut check that.
Because with Gourmet Girls, I'm like, it's Shimbo, it's Shaft. I have a bar of standard.
I mean, that's fair.
But it wasn't really Shimbo directing. It was just...
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, some other jackass and Shimbo was like co-directing.
What if food was gross? What? Fuck. What is wrong with you, man? It's like, what? What if you cut eggs and it, like, exploded like it was giving birth to the yolk? And they're just like, oh my god, stop. And fucking Shimbo's like, you get an anime. Because he's fucked in the head.
Yeah.
I don't... but yeah, no, this is, for me, by far, the worst fucking anime. Blue Spring Ride, fucking enjoyable as hell compared to this.
Yeah, that was probably why
things happen. They walk through the fucking forest and they're just like, hey, what's up? Oh man, I hurt my leg. Carry me. Okay.
There's anything that at least looked attractive about that series.
Yes, exactly. That too. Like there were shots of them outside of the house as sun is set, like dawn. Like I remember that scene, and visually that was a very nice scene. That's better than anything in this.
Yeah.
Like visually, this is garbage. Which is sort of what I'm really going into about that establishing the universe thing of like, you could draw things that look nice.
You can draw things.
You can draw things.
You didn't draw anything.
Yeah, the fucking camera.
Izzy's Digimon that little bug thing.
Yeah.
There's so many times it's just freaking
Sliding.
a GIF.
Yeah.
Of three frames. They slide around the screen. And
Yeah,
it's
they
like,
don't even
my
resize it a lot of the time. They just scroll at X and Y axis only. It's impressively bad in so many ways. Like, I don't normally go into these being like, how's the sound design? Let me put on my headphones. I mean, I wasn't even listening to my headphones, but there was like 10 seconds, multiple times that were absolute silence. Nothing happening. There were so many times when it's people talking or like the same sound effect for a shockwave move 7 times in a row. Like when, you know, what was it? What was the?
Kuwagamon.
Kuwagamon. Okay, cool. I remember that. In any case, Kuwagamon attacking, like the sound design there was terrible. It's just the same sound effect over and over. It didn't even sound good once. They use it like 9 times, and it's just like, you know, you can add sounds of the things that are being destroyed sounding unique. Like, there was a thing that, like, a giant brick that hits the ground. They don't even put a sound in for that. Everything about it. I mean, I'm not coming in and trying to be super critical, being like, oh, the voice performances were... It's just, it really stands out when you have so many things happening on screen with no sound to go with them. It's like... Damn, I'm pretty sure the anime you guys will never hear the review for, Ore Monogatari, had like more sound design in it, and that shit's a fucking romance anime.
Yeah. It's
like it's a shonen. You should try. I don't know. Fuck.
So yeah, everything about this in terms of presentation is kind of fucking garbage. The animation is only good during the fight scenes.
No, it's not.
It's passable.
No.
It's really not good.
It's not good ever.
I would, like, okay, Super has warped your mind.
Okay, by Toei standards.
Shit.
Might as well just run off the boat at this
Next
point.
time we're reviewing a Toei anime, we're all just getting wasted because apparently that's a different bar.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Toei has a very dark pit for quality.
Yeah, Toei did not transition into the digital age gracefully. I think we all know this.
Yeah.
Like,
Hopefully.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah, this
Also, oh god, the new Digidestin 2. Fuck that bitch. Where the fuck does she come from? That's completely out of
You'll
left
find
field.
out next movie. I mean, they show her show up like Bob was talking about. She just like blushes and she's like, it just runs off, and I'm like, oh my god.
I love the introduction of her at the very end of it.
Yeah,
though,
she just
like,
walks up out of nowhere and she's like, hey, I'm Mako. It's like Kyle Bosman delivery. I'm like, hey, I'm Mako Mochizuki. I'm a Digidestin too.
well,
like,
she's
basically
clearly holding a Digimon, and everyone sees that.
I forgot about that. Everyone stares at the fucking Digimon, and she's like, I'm a Digidestin. They're like, what? No way. And I'm like, do you not see the anime fucking bullshit she is holding?
Yeah. Like, seriously, like, you can't look at that and go, that's a kitty cat. No. You don't look at that shit and go, that's a kitty cat. No, it's like, yeah, that fucking pissed me off, too, because it's just like, you know, because they're talking to her for a good while. And she's like,
it's like a solid minute and a half or something. It's a really long time.
Yeah, it's like, this is my friend that we were looking for. What was it, it's like Mei-chan.
Yeah.
Or some shit. It's like, it's actually Makomon.
It was like, oh man, the reveal of Makomon is so much more.
Yeah, and they're like, oh my god, you're a Digidestin? And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? This is how we're gonna treat this character?
And then the closing shot was all the dudes sitting around, like, beating off. You're Digidestin? Oh my god!
Yeah.
What a great fucking series!
I don't know what the fuck I don't know who the fuck the series is for. This series is for fucking stupid ass teenagers who don't know what the fuck good entertainment is.
No.
Who are fucking nostalgic for goddamn Digimon.
Teenagers can't be nostalgic for this series of Digimon. They are not old enough.
But there's the hipster level where I know plenty of people who are like, man, I just got this dope game on the PS1. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You should have got Crash Bandicoot. Because, like, they're buying, like, I don't know, Croc.
Yeah.
Who fucks Croc?
People who, me, at some point, I need to.
Sorry.
No, like, apparently Croc was supposed to be the Yoshi game that Argonaut was making for the N64. And then Nintendo's like, no. And then they turned it into its own thing. Huh. So I need to play it now just to be like, this is what could have been in a Yoshi game. Oh my god, this is terrible. Yeah. For those who don't know, Argonaut, people who made Star Fox on the SNES.
Yeah.
In any case, yeah, no. This is clearly, this is my opinion, right? Marketing department sits there and, like, you know, Digimon, it's got a lot of street cred. It's got, like, core classic anime sort of thing, and 90s, but classic. We can easily just make a new one of those, tie it into the original series, and it'll sell. And then some other pass, the next, like, oh, let's greenlight that. But the next pass is like, what is the demo? And they just like, well, stylizing everything for the slick new look of anime, where it's like slice of life for high schoolers, and it's like, but that doesn't match that other thing. And then the idea, I seriously think it was supposed to be darker. Like it was supposed to have dead bodies or something,
like
because the whole crisis. Yeah, because the whole crisis is about like their effects on the real world. And those scenes are weird without anything in them. It's just shots of like awkwardly framed detritus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then another pass comes through and it's like, hey, it's Digimon, you can't have it be that dark. And it's like, yeah, the 30-year-olds are gonna fucking cry.
Yeah, I don't know.
And yet they still just fucking murder a bunch of people. And it's episode 1, like, you're dead. You're dead. Get out of here. Get out of here.
I have no clue who the fuck this is made for. Like,
no one. By the end of it, they had made it for everyone, and thus no one.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just. It's like, we want to. It's like they want to appeal to like the older season 1 Digimon crowd, who's just like, yeah, we made it more mature and dark and gritty for you guys. It's a darker take on Digimon. It's like, but then they made it like fucking hollow and soulless. It's like, I liked old Digimon. What the fuck did you do to my Digimon? I don't want it to be fucking dark and gritty. I don't need Christopher Nolan's Digimon. Thank you very fucking much.
If this were Christopher Nolan's Digimon, that would be pretty glorious, to be honest. Like,
yeah, because it would have been fucking directed.
Yeah. Christopher Nolan's like, surprise, I'm not real. Disappears.
I was thinking about it.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
The series has never got this bad.
No, it's hits and blows, but
it goes pretty bad. But you can catch a random episode, and it's not,
and it's pretty enjoyable.
Yeah,
there's setups, deliveries, characters.
Even if they're using the same joke they've been using for decades, they aren't this bad.
Okay, also,
and it still looks nice.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, let me just say,
oh my
as far
God.
as
Why'd
like,
you make me think about
as far
that?
as like making something for like the older generation, I think the perfect example to look at is fucking Pokemon Origins. That four-part OVA.
That thing was just fan service.
Oh God!
Really
what if
way.
this was created because of that? Because that would time out production schedule-wise.
Oh my God!
Yeah, Pokemon Origins did come out around the time they announced this, right? Because they announced this early this year. Is that right? Or late last year? Yeah, that was about when Pokemon Origins came out.
God, it's been I don't know. It's just
it's been about a year since Pokemon Origins came out. So
no, it's been more than that. It's been at least 2 years. But anyhow, I think the timing does pan out. But this is actually made as an anniversary thing. It's like 15 years since Digimon came out.
Time to ruin it.
Yeah, right. Well, it's like, here we go. Here's your celebration. We're just going to show your chest.
Here's your Sonic 06.
They saw what Capcom did was announcing the Resident Evil Umbrella, whatever that.
Yeah, I don't even remember the name of the shooter. Have you even heard of this thing? The new one? It's a multiplayer shooter where you play as members of Umbrella Corps. It hasn't come out yet. It's made on Unity. An old-ass version of Unity, so it looks real rough.
Wow.
Yeah, it's impressive. Yeah. It's just impressive. This is bad. This is terrible. Do not recommend it to anyone.
Yeah.
If you like the original Digimon, don't watch this.
Yeah,
it's a waste of your fucking time. Just shit, man. Go watch the fucking Digimon for the 3rd time. Like, that has more value.
Write your Digimon fanfic. We know you have them.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Somebody has to be writing them.
Right? Because, there's got to be
the internet doesn't write things
that are better than this piece of shit.
I mean, yeah, absolutely. I probably could jot one out and documents in just a second.
Yeah.
It's bad. It's a soulless, empty piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, let's talk about the empty, soulless piece of shit that is the intro and outro too, Dan, because I know you like talking about intros.
The outro has pixel art that is them as a kid, them as a tween, and then them as a teenager. And then it has the Digimon as the lowest evolution, the middle evolution, and the best evolution. Yeah. And then it plays that for every single character.
Yeah.
And then even weirder than that, there's just a gap.
And they don't,
because it starts the song and it was like
it's over.
And then it just cuts to black and I'm like,
yeah,
fuck, man. I understand. I wouldn't have the spirit to do an outro for this turd. And then it comes back in. And I'm like, oh, it's still going.
Yeah. Okay, good. I'm not the only one who thought that was kind of weird and abrupt. And what the fuck did you guys do?
Also, the weird pixel art, they didn't have like the old designs when it went back to old younger them. It was like them in high school outfits, but tiny.
It's clearly like the same clothing and style of their high school outfits, but now them chibi.
Yeah.
Like their proportions scale up vertically, almost linear, with no expansion in any other dimension. Yeah, that outro is pretty crass.
Was there an intro?
There was an intro.
It's that bad.
It's that fucking.
It's probably the best animated thing in this, but it's really not great.
Well, hey, the thing that pisses me off. Okay, a lot of the intro, all the animations for it are scenes from the movie itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's the thing that fucking kills me. Like every time they show one of the
no, not every scene.
Not every scene, but the majority of it is. Like when they showed like the picture of them as younger Digimon that's kind of like glazed over with light. That's from Sora's room. That is the same picture she had in her room.
Yeah.
Right.
When they show
real quick, as a quick side note before we continue talking about the intro, they keep doing that anime thing of having a bright light obfuscate a photo in a frame.
Yeah.
Why?
Because
like Bob was saying, did they think we wouldn't know Digimon would fucking show up in a Digimon? Because it was like obfuscating mostly Digimon.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, it's really weird to do that for a series that's a sequel to something. Usually, you want to fan service it up because there's a lot of fan service in this. There really is. The fact that Kawagamon is the first thing they run into. Kawagamon was the very first villain. The first thing they ran into in the digital world. There's a lot of little winks and nods to the Digimon series and the older movies.
Are they winks and nods or just repeating the same stuff? Because a wink is a throwback to like this cool element between two characters of like that one time.
Yeah,
but instead, like that sounded like they just did the same thing.
Yeah,
Kawagumon's the first one because Kawagumon's the first one.
Yeah, like it's a lot of just references, basically.
Yeah.
Like what was it like Kari couldn't go to like Matt's show or whatever concert because she had like a birthday party to go to, and in the second Digimon movie, she couldn't be involved in like the big action sequence in that one because she was at a friend's birthday party. So it's the exact same reasoning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a lot of shit like that they do, like little like, oh look, it to quote George Lucas, it's like a poem. It rhymes. Each verse rhymes with the last one.
I don't know why like Taichi didn't come out and just con it up with Into Darkness and just be like, my name is Taichi.
Yeah, and then Matt's got to go kill a whole orphanage of kids.
Yeah. Man, yeah. Just bringing all the Star Wars and Star Trek. And make it perfect fan service. Yeah, that intro sucks.
Yeah.
There's like one animated shot that's relatively well animated for Toei.
Yeah.
Not great. It's kind of like that one series where we were like, man, the perspective on this makes what they're doing here really weird. I don't remember which one. But in any case, and it's the characters just jumping on the screen one at a time with the sky shot, which is the laziest fucking thing.
Yeah, and like that's like the best animated fucking thing in the whole movie. Also, it's the most stylized looking part because the Digimon actually have like this really cool looking style to them.
Yes.
When they're doing that, I'm like, I wish the entire series kind of looked like this, or the entire movie looked like this. But no.
But they don't.
Yeah, and then like everything they fucking show, like I said, like they have like the picture in Sora's room with the glazed over light streaming on it that you can't see it.
Yeah.
They have whenever they're showing like all the characters with their names, they are just scenes from the movie later, like from like random parts of the movie, but like they have like the backgrounds just completely cut out from them. Mm-hmm. And then they do the same thing whenever they showed like the Digimon like doing their attacks with the digital background. Those are recycled animations from their attacks that they do in the movie later.
Yes.
It's just they replaced the background and they did the same thing because digital animation you can just take that animation, swap out the background, and it's this lazy fucking horseshit.
It is really bad. The intro and outro are super bad. Really forgettable.
They freaking reuse Gabumon or Gururumon, the big blue wolf guy, doing his friggin' attack twice during the movie. The exact same animation. It's just they swapped out one background for another.
Yep.
It's just like, oh, we changed the location.
Yeah.
But it's the exact same animation.
It is that bad. That
what
is
a
how
piece
bad
of shit.
it is, and it's the worst anime we watch for Weeaboots. What are we watching next time? Because it certainly as fuck isn't someone commented on one of your fucking videos.
Okay, first off, in my defense, all right, this is the new. This shit had so much hype, we kind of are obligated to do it.
Yeah. What are we obligated to do? Jack shit. Next week we're reviewing Destiny. Fuck you, it's my podcast.
I want to review The Sky of 5 though.
That's too close to anime. Okay, next week we're gonna watch Beautiful Bones, Sakurako's Investigation. See you then.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Weeaboots. Go check out our video game coverage over at Gigaboots on YouTube and consider supporting us via Patreon so we can continue making Weeaboots. Jay from HailZeon.com is Hail Zeon on YouTube, and our theme song is Android by Luckhash. You can check out more music from Luckhash at www.luckhash.com. Oh, and if you could, write a review for us on iTunes.